What's good, y'all? She good sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Power Book 2 Ghost video. In this video, I am breaking down the episode 10, the season finale trailer. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn your bell notifications because you're going to want to join the tribe. So go ahead and hit subscribe. You can also drop down in the comment section as the trailer opens up with Lorenzo and he's saying, "You ready to do this or what?" Speaking to Drew says that I'm in. Now we already know that Drew is Lorenzo's number 2, his right hand, and it seems like he's diving deeper and deeper into that role as we go along. Last episode we saw him tell Everett that he no longer draws, kind of seemed like he completely abandoning something that he really deeply loves and was really torn up about when he wasn't able to do it after he got shot. We saw last episode him and Diana steal the drugs back from Tariq, and right now it feels like Drew is only focused on keeping Lorenzo happy, which is surprising because we have yet to see him check on Monet. But he did check Diana last episode about how wrong she was for putting all the business out there and being as nosy as she was. So it's really interesting to me with how Drew is navigating, how he is kind of blindly following Lorenzo, and if this is going to be an attack on Mecca and on Monet, how he is so easily able to just go with it. And then after that, we get to see Monet talking to Dante, and they're on a boat, probably in the Hudson, talking about why you backing down now, and he reassures her, "I'm just saying we need to be careful." I think that this might have something to do with how visible they are because they're literally on this boat in the middle of the Hudson. They're probably getting in, doing their thing, and Monet is looking for him to take out Lorenzo sooner rather than later, and he's probably moving at a glacial pace, trying to be strategic as we have seen him do. One thing that we can say, Dante/Mecca is a very patient man. He thinks about things thoroughly. He lays well thought out plans out and then he executes them according to the plan regardless of how long they take. And honestly, him moving at a slow pace might be the best thing for him because I really do feel like Monet is not necessarily all into this relationship as she is pretending to be, and she could wind up double crossing him. And if he takes a little bit more time before executing some type of takeout plan for Lorenzo, that also gives him more time to figure out what she has going on and if she's really fully invested. As we see the trailer continue to play out, we get a voiceover from Tariq talking about all is fair in love is war. You got to do what it takes for love. And then we just get some really cool clips of Effie and Tariq on campus and they're kissing and they all into each other and she's smiling and she happy. Great, things are great. Tariq is still on trial for murder. Don't y'all forget it. Effie has also just made Lauren disappear. Let's not forget it. Y'all could be happy when all the dust settles, but I don't know about now. Y'all still got work to do. Then we get jolted back into a dramatic moment with Effie saying, "You are not alone, okay?" And then another voiceover from Tariq where he says, "You do whatever it takes for power." So this is definitely going to be an episode where there is a battle for love as well as power. And it's so interesting because one of the running themes I feel like for the Power universe is that you really cannot have both. If you are deep down in love, if you are frolicking in love, if you are experiencing and feeling all there is to feel when it comes to love and you're prioritizing love, then you're also powerless. And typically when you have attained a ton of power, a ton of influence, you are loveless. The creators, the people behind the scenes, they don't let these characters have both. And we're about to see the season finale be a battle of love versus power. From there, we get to see Monet walking into a room saying it's him or me, Cane. And I think that this is Monet trying to task Cane with the role of killing Lorenzo. And ma'am, what are you thinking? That is his father, his whole father. Yes, he had him beat up in that jail cell, but that's still his daddy. He didn't kill him. We get a quick glimpse of Brayden taking the stand, which catches Tariq off guard because Brayden did not reveal this when they were arguing last episode. But I don't think that Brayden's gonna get up there and snitch. I'ma still stand by him. Brayden is loyal. He gonna figure out a way out of this, and hopefully he don't turn Cane in either, because this target that's gonna be on y'all back is gonna be something major. If you do. Now, the biggest thing to me out of this entire trailer is when we see Tariq saying to Cane, "After this, you ain't never going to be the same." I think that this goes back to what I was saying about Monet trying to get Cane to kill Lorenzo, and I think that Cane comes to Tariq for advice, knowing that Tariq has shot his father Ghost, and Ghost is, for all intents and purposes of the show, seen as dead and he was killed by the hands of his son. I think that Cane seeks Tariq out to ask about this and kind of be vulnerable and honest about it. And this is why Tariq says that you're never going to be the same after you do this, because he ain't the same after he killed his father, and he deeply regrets it, and I love to see the regret on him. I ain't even gonna hold you. Now, is Cane capable of killing Lorenzo? I wonder. Throughout this trailer, we get to see a moment where Cane stops Drew from shooting somebody. We see Cane, and it looks like either Tariq or Drew running beside him into a warehouse. We get to see Tariq running with a gun behind some little scaffolding in a warehouse as well. So there's definitely going to be a shootout that takes place. A lot of the people on the live were saying that Drew was standing over Davis McClain holding a gun. I can't tell for sure that it's Davis McClain by looking at the clips, but when you look at the hair and the beard connect and think of the profile of the person from what you can tell, the only person that we know of like this is Davis. So it's either Davis or a character that we have yet to meet. But I doubt that it would be a character that we have yet to meet, because this is the season finale, and them introducing characters that we don't care about and killing them off won't really make a big deal. But if Drew decides to attempt to kill the lawyer, that could create additional problems, complications within cases. So that definitely would make a big difference for the story and be something that the audience would care about. However, it looks like in the trailer, Cane stops him from pulling the trigger on whoever it is. Though we see Tariq running with this gun, I don't think that he's going to actually catch a body in this episode. It's very interesting that he's actually running around with the gun in this warehouse. This must mean that he has his ankle bracelet off, whether he did so legally or illegally. I'm hoping that it was legally, and early on in this episode the trial is declared a mistrial, and we spend most of the episode really figuring out what's about to happen with this new man Dante and the old man Lorenzo, and what does the life of the Tejadas look like moving forward, because they definitely have to make a decision. I know Cane does. Do y'all think that Cane is capable of killing Lorenzo? Let me know all of your predictions for episode 10 in the comment section down below.